My family, it has now been reported that neo-Nazi podcast hosts who targeted Harry and Meghan's son Archie have been convicted of terror offenses. And my family, their names are Tyrone Patton Walsh and Gibbons Christopher. My family, they were unmasked as the hosts of a neo-Nazi online podcast which encouraged listeners to commit violence. And the podcast also attacked mixed race relationships and wanted for Archie, and I quote, to be put down. My family, first of all, it makes me so sad to even read you this. My family, there are some words here that I myself, I can't mention. They are just too vile. In how they spoke about Archie, in what they wanted to happen to Archie. They wanted Archie to be harmed. And my family, do you know what also very sad? Is that today, I went back to the Harry and Meghan documentary. In season 1, episode 5, I went back to season 1, episode 5. And my family, I took a screenshot from season 1, episode 5 of the Harry and Meghan docuseries. Please kindly go and watch. Well, my family, it is very clear that Prince Harry and Meghan, parents of Prince Archie, clearly knew exactly what these racist podcast hosts had wanted to happen to their son. My family, in episode 5 of the Harry and Meghan documentary, they show an article from Daily Beast whose headline is this: Racist podcast hosts called for Prince Harry's 3-year-old to be put down. My family, there are other things that I just can't mention. I can't bring myself to say in this video. I can't find the words to say it. I just can't. I'm sorry. My family, I'm sorry, but I just can't find the words. And my family, Harry and Meghan, have been speaking about this hate campaign created by the royal family and the tabloids to go after Harry and Meghan. They have spoken about it countless number of times. We have seen Meghan go on record to beg for her life, to plead for her life, telling UK tabloids and those so-called royal commentators, and I quote Meghan's words, "You are making people want to kill me. You are rhetoric." Meghan knew exactly what she was saying. She said, you, the tabloids, those so-called royal commentators who go after her, who attack her, you are making people want to kill me. Those were Meghan's words. And my family, even despite Meghan saying that, my family, just a few days later, we saw that vile column from Jeremy Clarkson, despite Meghan pleading for her life. My family, this makes me so sad and so upset, because I know the royal family are also behind this. My family, how many times do Harry and Meghan have to speak about this? to condemn this hate. For people to understand that they need to stop this hate campaign. For the royal family to call off their hounds, the UK tabloid press, and tell them to back off of Harry and Meghan. Leave them alone. My family, let me start with what Meghan said in the Oprah interview. Please kindly look at this. Please kindly, I'm begging you, just look at this, please.
Hattie gossip. You know, there is a construct that's at play there. And because from the beginning of our relationship, they were so attacking and inciting so much racism, really. I mean, it changed the risk level because it wasn't just catty gossip. It was bringing out a part of people that was racist in how it was charged. And that changed the threat, that changed the level of death threats, that changed everything. You know, there is a construct that's at play there. And because from the beginning of our relationship, they were so attacking and inciting so much racism, really. I mean, it changed the risk level because it wasn't just catty gossip. It was bringing out a part of people that was racist in how it was charged. And that changed the threat, that changed the level of death threats, that changed everything. You know, there is...
My family, you've heard what Meghan has said in the Oprah interview with Harry and Meghan. My family, Meghan said that at the beginning of she and Prince Harry's relationship, the tabloids was also attacking. And those attacks, that hate campaign, it brought out the worst in people. My family, it brought out the worst in people. Racism, my family. And my family, Meghan, once again, has been proven right. You know, based on this news of what these racist podcast hosts, that they wanted to harm a 3-year-old child. And my family, once again, I'm blaming the UK tabloid press. I'm blaming Piers Morgan. I'm blaming Tom Bower. I'm blaming Dan Wootton for this disgusting, evil rhetoric. This hate rhetoric they keep spewing about Harry and Meghan on a daily basis. The daily insults, the daily targeted harassment of Harry and Meghan. Just a few hours ago, I was speaking about how this so-called carnival, also called expert, Daniela Elsa, basically was sending threats to Lilibet Diana. You know? Just a few hours ago. Of how they're demanding for photos of Archie and Lilibet Diana. My family. And my family, I blame those kinds of people. Piers Morgan, Dan Wootton, mostly a majority of the UK tabloid press, who constantly attack Harry and Meghan, who constantly try to do everything in their power, using abuse, to try and split Harry from Meghan, with somehow this twisted hope that Harry will abandon his wife and kids to come back to following William around. Because clearly, that is what they want to happen. That's what they want to happen. They want Harry back by force. You know, let's be honest, that's what they want, by force. You know, they want to abuse him back to the UK. But my family, when are they going to get it? That abuse is what drove Harry away. It won't be what brings Harry back to the UK. And my family, just hearing what Meghan has said, and even just remembering what Meghan said about the royal family not caring about her and Archie. When Meghan said in the Oprah interview that, I know you don't care about me or Archie. I know, Meghan's own words, I know you don't care about me or Archie. To the royal family, I know you don't care about me or Archie. Just let my husband keep his security. And they still said no. So my family, the royal family are responsible for these death threats that Harry and Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet keep on receiving. Despite Harry fleeing from the UK 3 years ago, the attacks have not stopped. The smear campaign has not stopped. The hate campaign has only even gotten worse. And it worsens when Harry and Meghan are quiet. The attacks become even worse. When Harry and Meghan are quiet, the attacks are worse. So my family, something needs to be done. We must keep condemning this hate campaign by the UK media and the royal family. Somebody must tell William to stop leaking negative stories about Harry and Meghan to the media. Somebody must tell Charles to call off the hounds and ask them to back off of Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, and Doria. My family, even one statement to condemn racism against Meghan, against Archie, Lilibet, they have never ever done. Now my family, just a couple of hours ago, I was speaking about this carnival also called expert, Daniela Elsa, who was like, if Archie and Lilibet were in the UK, the royal family has deals to protect, the kids. My family, since when have the royal family ever protected Meghan or Archie or Lilibet? It's never happened. It's never ever happened. These people want to somehow abuse Prince Harry to coming back. They want Harry back. Not Meghan, not Archie, not Lilibet Diana. They want Harry back. By force, by any means necessary. And they believe that somehow abuse is what will make him, come back. It will not. And this abuse of Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet, it must stop. It must stop. I mean, my family, ever since Harry left the UK, ever since Harry fled the UK, they have not been able to accept that Harry chose his wife Meghan and his kids Archie, Lilibet, Diana. They have never been able to accept that. That Harry would much rather be Archie and Lilibet's father than their prince following William around, putting up with their abuse and smiling for the cameras as he puts up with the abuse, as they demean him, as they insult him. They're angry that Harry did not choose that kind of life. My family. And my family, I want you to hear what Prince Harry said about the safety of his wife and children. Because Prince Harry is never going to play around with that. Harry won't ever play those games with the racist British tabloids. He won't. My family, please kindly hear what Harry said. And to this day, he has lived up to his promise, his vow, to always protect his wife and children, to protect his family, because his family is Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet Diana. My family, please kindly look at this. What Harry said to Tom Bradby. Please kindly watch this, my family. It's highly, highly important that people are able to see this, my family.
The safety of my family is my priority, right? And that is the main reason that we left. Unfortunately, the circumstances back there hasn't changed. In fact, it's only got worse. I feel safe here. My family feels safe here. I'm happy. My family's happy. The safety of my family is my priority, right? And that is the main reason that we left. Unfortunately, the circumstances back there hasn't changed. In fact, it's only got worse. I feel safe here. My family feels safe here. I'm happy. My family's happy. The safety of my family is my priority, right? And that is the main reason that we left. Unfortunately, the circumstances back there hasn't changed. In fact, it's only got worse.
The safety of my family is my priority. Unfortunately, the circumstances back in the UK have only gotten worse. And my family, Harry says, it's one of the main reasons of why they had to leave, of why they had to flee from the UK. Harry wanted to keep his family safe. Safe from the bigotry, the racism, the constant hounding of the British tabloid press. My family, we know fully well what they are able to do, what they are capable of. We do know that for a fact. Diana was chased to her death. My family, don't forget, she lost her titles when she divorced Charles. The hounding and the harassment, it never ever stopped. It only got worse. And they chased her in Paris to her death. Don't forget what happened to Harry and Meghan in New York City, whereby paparazzi, almost even hurt pedestrians just to get a photo, that picture of Harry and Meghan, just to find out where Harry and Meghan were staying in New York City. And what's interesting about what, happened, what grabs your attention really, is that those photos of Harry, Meghan, and Doria in a taxi, the tabloid which posted those photos is Daily Mail, owned by Lord Rothmere. Daily Mail. Two UK tabloids also, Daily Mail and Daily Express, had those photos of Harry, Meghan, and Doria in a taxi, in what Harry and Meghan described as a near catastrophic car chase. Pedestrians could have been hurt. My family, Harry and Meghan's bodyguard, even said he has never ever seen anything like it. They behaved so, they were erratic, aggressive. They were blocking the road just to block, Harry's and Meghan's car, vehicle, just to take photos of Harry and Meghan. Clearly, they were offered huge money for that. And my family, once again, it all goes back to the UK. To the UK tabloid press. Because clearly, based on that fact, the Daily Mail and Daily Express were two tabloids, two UK tabloids that had those photos of Harry, Meghan, and Doria in a taxi. It showed exactly who those paparazzi were being paid by. It was two UK tabloids who are continuing this harassment of Harry and Meghan. Even in the US, when Harry and Meghan went to New York City, when Meghan was receiving the Women of Vision Award. And my family, however, we haven't heard of such incidents, my family, in California for Harry and Meghan. And you've heard what Harry has said. The situation has gotten worse back there. It has gotten worse back in the UK. Not better, worse. The hate campaign has not stopped. The bullying of Harry and Meghan continues on a daily basis. On a daily basis, every single day. My family, the market or those photos of Harry and Meghan, even when they were out and about for the 4th of July parade, Daily Mail once again had those photos. So my family, it shows you exactly who is behind the hounding and harassment of Harry and Meghan. If Charles was a man, a real father, he would do the right thing, pick up his phone call and call his friend, the owner of Daily Mail, who seems to hang a lot around Camilla Parker Bowles. Call him and tell him to back off and leave Harry alone. To be a man. To be a father for once in his life. Just be a father. Because my family, whenever I keep on seeing this, it's so hurtful. It's so hurtful. Even because it was shown in the Harry and Meghan docuseries, clearly Harry and Meghan knew. They knew what those racist podcast hosts, they said about Archie. That they wanted to harm Archie. My family, who do you blame for this? I blame the royal family and UK tabloids for their constant hounding, harassment of Harry and Meghan. And you've heard what Harry has said. Harry is happy. He is happy. His family is happy. And they feel safe in California. They don't feel safe in the UK. Where King Charles is doing everything in his power to ensure with William that Prince Harry can't be allowed to even pay for his own security. That if Harry wants security, protection in the UK, that he has to contact Charles. That somehow royal family have an event and Harry will have to be invited to that event. And only then, if the royal family has an event, like for instance, King Charles' coronation of my family. When the royal family has an event and that Harry has been invited, only then will he be allowed to have security. Only then. Police protection of my family. King Charles and William want to be able to control Harry's movements in the UK. That is what they want to do. My family. The media calls it a self-imposed exile. On Harry's part. That is it's a self-imposed exile from the UK. My family, it is not. It is not a self-imposed exile. My family, Harry and Meghan, were hounded out through constant abuse, bullying, and the hate campaign of the UK media, who are in alliance with the royal family, with senior members of the royal family. The main target was Meghan, yes. The main target has always been Meghan. The royal family never expected that Harry would leave with Meghan, but he did. He left with his wife like what a real husband should do. Protect his wife. Something that Charles will never ever understand. Or William will never ever understand. My family, even recall in Harry's memoir, Spare, that when Harry issued a statement condemning the racism and the attacks on Meghan, William and Charles were angry. Imagine saying that you are not a family that is racist and then being angry that your son or your brother has issued a statement to condemn racism. My family, just hear what Harry said, my family, about this, my family. After he issued a statement condemning racism against his then girlfriend Meghan. Here is what happened, and I quote, Harry's memoir Spare. By the time Meghan landed at Heathrow Airport, my statement was everywhere. my statement was everywhere. And changing nothing. The onslaught, the attacks continued. In fact, my statement generated a whole new onslaught from my family. So my family, Harry was attacked by tabloids for issuing a statement to protect Meghan, condemning racism against Meghan. And then, not just tabloids that attacked him, but also his own family. Harry says this, and I quote, "Pa and Willie were furious. They gave me an earful. My statement made them look bad," they both said. Why in hell? Because they never put out a statement for their girlfriends or wives when they were being harassed. Charles and William said to Harry, my family, because they are lousy boyfriends, because they were lousy boyfriends, they want Harry to also be equally as lousy as them. They want Harry to do nothing and watch as his girlfriend, his then girlfriend Meghan, was being abused and attacked. My family, and yet William said, we are very much not a family that is racist. Seriously? Seriously, my family? Even them attacking Harry for simply issuing a letter to condemn racism towards Meghan. My family, that in itself proves of the racism of, Charles and William. Imagine being angry at someone simply because they've condemned racism. It shows exactly just who you are. It shows the racism that is in the royal family that Meghan experienced, not just from the UK tabloids. She also experienced racism from the royal family themselves, from members of the royal family themselves. And the royal family will tell you, oh, but we welcome Meghan with open arms. Oh, welcome Meghan. My family, they did not. The tabloids will tell you, we welcome Meghan with open arms. They did not. My family, even Dr. Shola said this. This is what Harry and Meghan have to contend with in covering security for their family. In response to this, racists who have been targeting, Meghan and also Archie. My family, there are some words once again that even Dr. Shola has used that my family just, referencing what these people say that I myself can't bring myself to use. My family, because it's just so hateful. It's just so hateful, my family. It's so hateful, my family. My family, every day, I'm just thankful that Harry and Meghan, don't even live in the UK. Because of what tabloids have done. The hate they have aroused in people to attack Harry and Meghan, my family, and even Archie and Lilibet. Harry and Meghan were right to flee the UK. They did the right thing. And they're being proven right time and time again. My family, don't forget that Neil Basu, the former head of counter-terrorism, my family, of counter-terrorism in the UK, here is what he said about the threats that Meghan faced, emanating from the far right. And the UK tabloid media are far right, extremely far right. My family, please kindly look at what he also said. And make no mistake, my family, make no mistake about one thing, my family. Charles and William receive intelligence briefings. They know the threats that Meghan faced. Regardless of that, they saw it fit to still strip Harry and Meghan off of their security. Please kindly watch this, my family.
You were in charge of royal protection. How would you characterise the threats that Meghan and Harry received?
Well, disgusting and very real. I've talked publicly for many years about the threat of extreme right-wing terrorism in this country. I've often been misquoted as taking my eye off the ball, as though I think that that was the biggest threat. I've never called it the biggest threat, but it was the fastest growing. You know, and my wonderful friend and counterpart at MI5 will tell you exactly the same thing, that when I started in CT in 2015... Counterterrorism, it was about 6% of our total workload. Certainly when I left 15, 16 months ago, it was over 20% of our workload.
But there were many serious, credible threats against Meghan, were there, emanating from the far right?
Absolutely. If you'd seen the stuff that was written and you were receiving it, the kind of rhetoric that's online, if you don't know what I know, you would feel under threat all of the time.
So you were convinced that there was a genuine threat to Meghan's life on on more than one occasion, on several occasions?
Absolutely. We had teams investigating it. People have been prosecuted for those threats.
My family, you've heard that once again yourself. And my family, Charles and William, knew that. Regardless, they stripped Harry and Meghan off of their security, my family. Now, my family, today, two British neo-Nazis who called for the assassinations of Prince Harry and his son Archie have been convicted. My family, first of all, I'm happy that they're in prison. But I'm also upset at the royal family, at Charles and William, for what they have done to Harry and Meghan, for refusal to keep Harry and Meghan safe, and instead putting them in danger constantly. My family, what they have done is despicable, utterly despicable what they've done to Harry and Meghan. My family, and let the world see, even why I'm speaking about this today, my family, let the world see. The world deserves to see the effects of the British tabloids' hate campaign towards Harry and Meghan. What it brings out in people. The world deserves to see. So the next time we hear that nonsense, oh, Britain is not a racist country, we are so tolerant, we remind people of exactly what Meghan faced, of exactly what Archie faced, a 3-year-old child. Even before he was born, Archie was being racially abused. Not a single member of the royal family condemned racism towards Archie. My family, I'll never forget. I'll never ever forget. And my family, it's so despicable what Harry and Meghan have been put through. And Meghan experienced racism. Archie experienced racism. And the sad thing is, it's never stopped. Never. It continues to this day. The attacks even keep getting worse. Worse and worse by the day, my family. The attack keeps getting worse and worse. Especially when Harry and Meghan are not visible. It gets even more worse and worse on my family. My family, this hate campaign must stop. Piers Morgan, Dan Wootton, Prince William, Charles, you must stop your hate campaign against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lily Petana. My family, tell a friend, tell a friend. This hate campaign against Harry and Meghan, it must stop. And it must stop now. My family. And with that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lily Petana, and Dora Lagland, and all of you members of the squad at home. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. History will never judge the royal family well after how poorly they have treated Harry's mixed race family. My family, the royal family, is very much a racist family. Make no mistake about that. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.